All right, gracious and good people. This is your boy Antuan, well, your man. I ain't gonna say that no more. Your man Antuan, Apex Couture Magazine. You know, y'all make sure y'all place your orders and everything like that. Get them likes up. We got somebody very special, multifaceted woman right here. Beautiful black woman, and she's done a lot and she does a lot. And we're gonna get into it, so I'm gonna let her introduce us.
Hello, everybody, and first of all, thank you, Antuan, for having me on your platform. I'm excited. I've been anticipating the day, and it's happening. So, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Kenya Sheats, author, Kenya Sheats, MyWay K. How some people know me, but I am a Jade of all trades. I am a writer by birth. I am a self-published author of 100 Sheets, an inspirational memoir expressing God's love through vulnerability. My gifts, my hands has made room for me. I'm handcraft skincare products. It's called the Honey Gold Mask with Skin God products, just because it heals and restores your skin, and that's what God does with us. He heals and restores us. And then I also handcraft gel wax candles.
Oh, okay.
I'm a celebrity journalist. Sometimes a publicist when a hat needs to be put on. A leader, a coach, just an all-around amazing person, I think. So yeah, that's who I am.
Word. And that's a lot. So what we're gonna do is just chop some of these things up individually. So
okay,
let's talk about MyWay Magazine. Let's talk about your publication. Tell the people about that.
So MyWay Magazine actually is a junior/senior project that I had to do while I was in college. I named it My Way because my professor gave me plenty of instructions, but I still did what I wanted to do.
That's right.
However, I interviewed my friends. That's how I first started. I interviewed my friends who I thought had cool, dope lives, and then I turned their life into a newsworthy article. And they was like, "Oh my God, I didn't even know I could sound like that."
You know what? And I don't mean to cut you off, but you know what? That's kind of what I did with Apex Couture, because I couldn't afford no damn celebrity at the time. So the people had to be the celebrity. And you go continue. Exactly. I like that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it was a class project, interviewed my friends, and from there, things really took off for me. I interned for different magazine publications while I was in college. And then when it was time for me to graduate, I didn't want to stop writing. So that led me to give birth to my online publication, which is MyWay Magazine. And it's a lifestyle entertainment publication, which, like how you said when you started this off, that you wanted to be positive. And that's what MyWay is, just because it's a reflection of who I am. So I feel like there's enough gossip that's going on, and I don't want to be that person to tear anyone down. So I always, put people in the light where we can showcase their skills, their.
You gotta excuse me, because what you're saying, it's just like a mirror of the things I was saying when I first started this magazine. Like, there's enough drama, there's enough tearing us down. You got that, and most of the publications that do that, they look black on the surface. But when you dig a little bit at the top, it get lighter and lighter until it's white. And that's one of the reasons why, even when people came in to partner with me or with my magazine because they liked what I was doing, I had to do research on them, and I was hesitant because I didn't want them to try to buy into it, to turn it into that, because that's what they do. And so, when you're saying that, it just reminds me of exactly what my whole thing was. That was my whole thing. Like, we're gonna have a platform for black entrepreneurs to come and everything to be positive and uplift them in their brain. You know what I'm saying? And that's amazing that you were saying that. But I'm sorry I cut you off, but that's why I love
it's alignment. It's okay.
I love that.
That's what's up. Thank you. So yes, that's what MyWay is all about. And even when I do, cover different red carpets or events around Atlanta, it's going to be in the best light of that person or of that celebrity. I remember that I interviewed 112. It was literally them showcasing their 12th album. They was here in Atlanta. They did a press run, so that was pretty dope. And I was able to interview them, and I wrote an article about them. And I went to their album release party, and I told Slim, I was like, yeah, you know, I published your article. He was like, it's positive, right? It's positive, right? You know, like they want to make sure, you know, him and who was that, Q Parker, was making sure like it was in the best of their value. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they want. Because these blog sites will tear them down. So just to hear that it was something that was uplifting and positive, and plus their the conversation that we had. So I made sure to even control the narrative. That's right. You know, to make sure that I'm not just trying to find things to slander them or embarrass them, but in whatever way or, you know, a good light to just say, hey, this is what these guys have going on. They've been on the road for this whole 12 years singing this entire catalog, which has kept them relevant. And then, you know, now they're out here promoting their new album. So that was pretty dope, and it was cool for me to be able to receive that reaction. So I knew that what I was doing, you know, was the right thing. Yes. And the thing is, lately, with a lot of the interviews and conversations I've been having with people throughout the industry, I've been being told that a lot. I've heard the word interrogation, like, you know, artists and people in the industry are saying, I like this interview because I don't feel like I'm being interrogated. Because, you know, these people that are interviewing, they can bring up something negative, say, hey, let's talk about this, and they try to curve it, but they continue to drill. No, let's get back to that. We want to talk about, and people, you know, people get tired of that, and it makes a lot of them not want to do interviews. You know, when you know, people reach out for interviews, that a lot of times they're like, nah, I don't want to do that, because people are trying to do their thing. They, you know, especially us being black, and I'm bliggity black. I'm black. I should be like smoke dark as hell how black I am. And on my platform, that's what I talk about. We got enough of that. We have enough of that. And it's our time to shed light on the positive things, and also like what I like to do is show the different avenues and different things that we're doing as entrepreneurs. Like, okay, we got enough ball players, we got enough rappers. Lord have mercy, we got enough rappers. I mean, damn, I used to rap. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like there are so many different things that we can do, and we are doing. We are doing it. You wouldn't think that. You would think that, everybody got bars. You know, so I appreciate you for having that type of platform. So you spoke about some internships. What was those experiences like for you? Because I never had that experience. The dope part about all this is, again, I was an intern myself. So when I started MyWay Magazine online, June 17, 2014, a month after I graduated from Clark Atlanta University, by the way. So that was, you said June 17th? Yeah. So that was 6 years ago today. Yes. Wait, that's today? It's June 17th? Wow, 17th is today. Yes, June 17, 2014. So yes, that's when I gave birth to MyWay. Right here today, 6 years solidified. You can get that. That's awesome. Yes. So that happened, and I started an internship, and I believe I was able to gather like 12 to 13 interns to write for me. And the funny thing was, I learned how to get them, but I didn't learn how to keep them. So I did the internship again. So at that point, it was like, okay, I learned how to get them and keep them. In 2016, I did a real full-blown internship from, May to August. And I had like a team of 7 to 8 girls, writers, amazing. And I was able to pour into them. I was able to be that vessel or that mentor that I wish that I had, received as far as just a journalist or someone that's just brilliant in creativity. And one real cool thing was I went to this event. It was Young Thug, and it was actually hosted by Broadcast and Beauty. It's a PR firm or media company here in Atlanta people are familiar with. And it was with Young Thug and his girlfriend, but it was about the girlfriend, but Young Thug was like a celebrity and would, bring the hype to the event. And that was just the atmosphere that I was in. But I met this girl. I was using Snapchat for the first time. And I met this girl named Kiana, and she was like, I'm always talking to somebody. But in the midst of that conversation, I was able to exchange to her, like, hey, this is my first time using Snapchat. Can you help me? So she ended up helping me, yada, yada. I say all that to say, I told her I had a publication, and this was a Friday. And so she was interested. She wanted to, expand her horizon, and she's a writer or, just want to expand on writing. So we got on the phone that Saturday, had a conversation with her now. That next Tuesday, I had my intern at an event working for my publication for Tyler Perry. What? And it was the Tyler Perry owned event. So I had met her on a Friday, talked to her on a Saturday, and had her reporting for my publication that Tuesday for a TP and own event. Now, it was an event that I could have done myself, but because I wanted to give her an opportunity, I presented that to her.
Wow.
And I just thought that was so dope, and she had a great time.
That's what I like to hear. I love to hear opening doors and things and rubbing shoulders with people and making those connections, man. And I love it to be Black. Did I say that?
Yes.
Have
it was Black. It was Black.
I like that shit, Black. So, let's talk about being a publicist. Talk about that experience, because see, these are a lot of the things that I do a lot, and I wear a lot of hats. I be wearing hats. I don't know that I'm wearing. You see what I'm saying? So as I'm speaking to you, you teaching me stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's actually how PR started, was me doing more than I knew that I was doing. But also, as a journalist, and I've covered a lot of red carpet events. And it was something about like a mind shift that was like, pay attention to the people, not just the event, because you can be so distracted by the lights, camera, action.
Yes.
But it was like, pay attention to how things are being orchestrated. And so I'm like, the celebrity is important, but who is this person grabbing, ushering, just taking care, like that nurture mother figure? And that's when I realized it was the publicist. So I'm like, yes, the client is important, but the publicist is everything, So I tapped into that. I interned for Ask April Love PR. She's a real big PR maven here in Atlanta. Got my feet wet there, and then ended up taking on my first client in a matter of like days, literally. And I was able to help him to do a power brunch, which originated from Philly. He brought it to Atlanta. I got to work with Bishop William Murphy, Phil Thornton from E1, and these were people he was honoring. So at that point, I was able to get my feet wet, as in helping write, because I'm a writer. So my gift of writing allowed me to be a publicist, because I knew how to do the email invites. I knew how to write press releases. I knew how to design press kits. So I just had that administration, background to be able to communicate with people via email. And then when it comes to PR, that's like been my biggest part. Like, I know how to go out and represent a client and be there beside them and, help control the narrative of a conversation or interview or give interview tips like that. But where I fall in love with PR is the whole writing aspect, because as a journalist, I write stories, and that's what PR is about, pitching stories.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like I can write it now. I just have to put it in the place where I need to pitch it in the right angle. So I've been a ghostwriter for a lot of people. Blame it on Quay. I was able to write his press release for Crab Queens ATL. I was able to help with the grand opening of Crab Queens ATL with the I Am Freshie brand here in Atlanta. Also got to work alongside Jasmine Burke, who is real big. She's played in, what is that called with Ride Along. She has a little part there. She worked with Tyler Perry. What is it? The Sisters. What is it? What is the Sisters? The name of the movie with the sisters, with the 3 girls and Gabrielle Union and Idris Elba. She was in that movie. But
Daddy's Little Girls.
Daddy's Little Girls and BT, Black China. I got to work so cool about Black China. I went to an event in Atlanta. It was just specifically for media. I don't know if I wasn't supposed to or not, but I got everybody contact in that room that was literally with media. And I invited them to that Black China event. So within that connection, and then Freshie and China and her cloud, we had over 100 people at that red carpet that night at the Regal downtown in Atlanta.
I missed this. Why did I miss this?
It was so dope. In Atlanta, and as long as I've been in media, Atlanta ain't seen Black China. So it was really big. So
you got a lot of things. You got a lot of things up there. I need to get up there and do some things with you. So,
but I'm not loud with it though. A lot of things that I do is behind the scenes. You wouldn't even know I could contribute it. And that's one thing about PR. You got to be humble, because a lot of times you want people to know I did this, that was me. And a lot of times they don't know about production.
Yeah, well, that I got a partner. Shout out to Zeno. And that's some of the things that we talk about. Being connected, making moves, but doing it in a manner to where you're not trying to put your face everywhere. Like, yeah, me. I'm the, you know what I'm saying, and being humble in that manner, because your work will it'll show. People will speak about you, and you will be referenced. So that I can relate to. I can definitely relate to that, because I also do a lot of things myself and stay on the hush about it. I do things that I forgot I done, and people will remind me like, "Oh, you remember that time you went?" I'm like, "Oh, stand by." So how did that work out? And they're like, "Right now, this going on, this," and I'm like, "Wow, man." So that also goes into building good relationships in the industry. You know what I mean, and having the good rapport with everyone. So we will shift a little bit. You got a skincare product line, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about that. I know these beautiful ladies. I know you guys want to know about this skincare product that she has, and we finna put it all up in your life.
Can I go grab it?
You can go grab it.
Okay. Just give me a second.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought I had it sitting. All right, I got a couple of props. But yeah, this is. All right, I'm gonna just take it off. Okay, so this is my honey gold mask.
Look like the light bulb.
And I put it in a light bulb because I wanted to be different. Okay, I knew that a lot of people was at this time, early on 2019 or towards the end of 2018, skincare products just became real popular. Yeah. So I just knew that my packaging needed to be different.
Yes.
So the ingredient that I use is known to brighten or glow the skin. So once I seen this light bulb,
wow. Okay.
I knew that this was it.
And that's the cap right there. Oh, look at me, I'm pointing and touching.
Yeah. So
you so neat.
Thank you.
Well, you better tell them about it so we can get them to it.
So it's called the Honey Gold Mask. That's what it is. It's all natural. And the turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties that help to prevent acne and fight off bacteria. It's known to heal leprosy. It's known to take care of psoriasis, eczema. For me, when I knew my product worked, was I had this real painful cyst. And I had came up with my own ingredients, which is what I sell today. And I applied this skincare therapy cream on my cyst for 48 hours and it was gone.
What?
Gone. Like, gone. I couldn't understand. But at that point, I knew this works.
Wow.
So for the past year, I've been making the same formula. And not because it's something that I just love to make, but people love to buy it. People love to use it. So it's the customers or the clients that is the reason why I'm still making these honey bulbs, is what I like to call them today. But it's absolutely amazing. You just use it twice a day. You can put it anywhere on your body except for your private part. But I like to just say it's made with Skin God products. Again, God is love, and what better way to show your skin love and affection? You know, the natural way. So
tell them the name again and where they can get it at.
So it's a honey gold mask made by Skin God products, and you can get it at Kenya Sheats, which is my name, KenyaSheats.com. Yes, it's
and we will have that link. We will have that. Yes. So let's talk about the book. Yay, the book, 100 Sheets.
Yes.
Let's get into it.
This is my baby, y'all. Okay, so again, life as a journalist, life as a publicist, everybody else is coming before me at this point, right? I'm telling everybody else's story, and I'm putting everybody else in the limelight, right? So it got to the point where it was like, Holy Spirit was just nudging me like, it's your time to shine. Right. Like, come, as you can agree, come from behind the scenes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I was uncomfortable with being behind the scenes, you know? Even me stepping into the PR realm had people looking at me crazy, because it's like, girl, you doing journalism and PR, you doing too much. Right? And a lot of people can put you in a box not knowing that I am the box.
Yes.
I can build the box. You get what I'm saying? So I had to mentally transition to say that I deserve this. So all year I've been talking about owning greatness and walking into my greatness. Mm-hmm. So with me sharing my story was the next level, because I graduated college 6 years ago, and I'm as a writer or journalist, and I'm just now publishing my book in 2020. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely necessary. And just behind this book, y'all, September 2019 is when I really realized how important I was, but how much I was neglecting myself. So I was able to slow down, and I was able to channel that same energy that I gave to everyone else and put it towards me. And in the midst of me recognizing my greatness and everything that I can become, a close friend of mine was shot and killed in Chicago, and he was murdered. He was shot in his head 5 times.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
Devastating. Childhood, it's fine. Childhood best friend. So, I mean, my heart ached I ain't never known for my heart to ache the way that it did. And then 3 weeks later, the night of Thanksgiving, after spending Thanksgiving with both sides of my family, that morning around almost 2 o'clock in the morning, I was going downstairs. I had a freak accident and slid down the steps of my home. So I went from jumping around with family to I can't even walk. It hurts. So I say all that to say, from the loss of my friend and with my freak accident, actually fueled me to write 100 Sheets. Okay. So when pain and opposition and adversity comes to me, I learned how to turn a negative into a positive.
That's right.
So that's where this book stands from. It's like labor pains. It was like I was going through labor. I gave birth to 100 Sheets, and it's actually an inspirational memoir expressing God's love through vulnerability. My last name is actually an acronym, and it's for self-love, hope, entrepreneurship, anxiety, transformation, and success. And these are the 6 chapters in my book. Oh. And it's about the good, bad, and ugly of my life, and how I view reality and how to navigate through it. I give you courageous inspiration. I give you motivational Bible verses. I give you 14 motivational 14-day devotional. I give you a gratitude journal template, and I give you journal entry space to dream out loud.
Okay.
It also has affirmations inside. I ask questions, just to be mind-provoking. And it's been a blessing. The response, like, I knew I wanted my story to impact people, but the way that people are able to perceive, you know what I'm saying, like, or interpret my stories, or kind of see where I'm coming from, though they might not understand it, is mind blowing. I had a 60-year-old He's my photographer. I love Michael Shelton. Shout out to him. Literally, wherever MyWay goes, he goes, takes pictures, and he can give them to me in 24 hours.
Wow.
I say all that to say, he called me Saturday and broke my book down. Asked why did I say this word? Why did I use this? And I'm just like, he's 60. You know, he's so wise. I've always looked at him as someone who's wise, but he was then calling me wise, or like, that's why you are the way that you are, because you've been through enough. But at the same time, everybody goes through things, but everybody doesn't apply the lessons that's been learned. That's the only way you grow, is through conviction and implementation. And so my life has been, I might just be 28, or I was 25, 26, 27 throughout this book, but you can really see the evolution of, you know, my transformation, or how to love myself through that. How to not allow my inner me to be my enemy. How to forgive myself. Why is everybody around me so negative? Because I was negative. You know, learning, being that reflection, and going to therapy, I talk about in my anxiety chapter, and what that was like. I graduated college and was depressed during graduation. I didn't have the amazing graduation experience as everyone else. I wasn't there mentally. You know, being evicted, being homeless in New York City, and living in a shelter, but not allowing the four walls that I'm staying in dictate me, and getting press passes to New York Times travel show, going to the Gospel Grammy celebration in at the SOBs in Lower Manhattan. All of that while I don't have my own. You know what I'm saying? So just finding the goodness in all things, and God just really humbled me, and it was an experience. I took the train, first of all, from Georgia to New York, 19 hours. It was an experience, but I knew that's where I was supposed to be. Through my interactions and everything else. And hell, even while I was in the shelter, I started the first newsletter in the shelter. I'm the first person getting interviewed in a newsletter in the shelter. It didn't make sense, you know. It still doesn't make sense, but it's, you know, through the grace of God, and my pain now pays me. I didn't understand why I was going through that. My pain pays me, but also my pain has purpose, you know. So for me to be able to be relatable, to be able to speak, or to meet people where they are, it's not going to be through success. It's going to be through pain. So that's the way that I've been able to channel at least 4 or 5 years of my adult life in 100 sheets. So that's what that is.
You're giving me life here.
Thank you.
Giving me life here, and I love I love that, and I definitely can relate. As I spoke to you before, I think we was talking on LinkedIn. You know, I have
shout out to LinkedIn.
I have yet to tell my story, man. I'm still, you know, it's crazy. I'm still going, because I have a huge surgery next week, and so, you know, I got to make it through that. So mentally preparing for that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because the last 7 surgeries last year, I wasn't coherent for it. I don't really remember none of that. You know, this time I'm going in knowing that I'm about to have this major surgery. So my story is still going, man. And so I haven't yet to do that. But you do inspire me to one day do it. I got to get past the point where, you know, I'm so modest.
Writing your story is going to bring healing.
Okay.
It's like,
you guys are witnessing.
I'm healing through the process of writing my story, and I became healed when I pressed publish.
Bars. See, these are real bars right here. I keep saying bars. These are real bars. Like with them rappers we talking about, these are real bars, and this is what Cultural Conversations is about. It's you know, organic. You know, we don't have to be stiff. We don't have to be, you know, trying to look at notes and stick to this. Thing flows, and it feels good. I'm happy that we are doing this. Tell them where to get the book at. I don't want to get away from, you know,
KenyaSheets.com.
Okay, we're gonna make sure that's up in there. I might make it flash from the bottom and everything.
When you go to my website, it's gonna say the world of Kenya because I do a lot. So I just might as well put everything on one site. You know?
Word. Okay. And you, your social media preferences. I know you have an Instagram. You have LinkedIn, Facebook.
Literally on every social site, you can type in Kenya Sheats, but Instagram is the world of Kenya at the world of Kenya.
I have that.
And then I have my. If you just go to at the world of Kenya, I have in my bio everything that I do, so you can always link there. But Facebook is definitely my name.
Okay.
And I'm on Twitter though. I am on Twitter.
Yes,
I am.
Okay, you need to. Hey, because I be on Twitter. Let me look. I just look real quick. Twitter going ham right now. They is going ham on.
Hey, that's why I'm making these like expressions because Twitter is a whole different beast.
Yeah, Twitter is it definitely is. And I'm trying to let everybody on Facebook know that because a lot of people, most people that be on Facebook, they don't mess with Twitter and they be like, I'm like, listen, you want to get over there because you gonna know what's popping if you go over there. Everything that's popping is moving fast, and everything that's trending. I mean, people going viral like this using keywords and things like that. And I'm like, Facebook is, Facebook is a lot simpler for them, but I love Twitter.
Facebook is laid back.
Yeah, it's laid back, and it's a lot easier, especially for black folks. Black Twitter is super live. You don't want them on your head. You don't want
them hashtags.
Listen, they're going in the day. I woke up and J. Cole was trending. J. Cole, No Name, and then Aunt Jemima trending because I think they pulling her off the syrup bottle or something like that.
We got some lady finally told, not finally, but somebody told the story in a TikTok kind of way, and it went viral, and it touched the company.
Man, social media, I would say it's a gift and a curse because one, they know all our business because we're putting it all out there. But for two, a lot of things are being exposed that they didn't want to be exposed. And that
it's necessary.
It is necessary. So, it's like they're making a lot of money off of these platforms. They don't want to stop these platforms, but damn it, how do we stop these black folks from exposing us? You see what I'm saying? So it's, it's a gift. But
you know what though? A lot of we as black people, we are getting help from a lot of other cultures.
Yeah, I mean that. But at this point, with everything that's being exposed and all of the things that we've been saying that been happening to us that we've experienced and still experienced over the years, that everybody was just like, oh, y'all crazy and this and that. Now that you can't help but to see it. I mean, it's either now at this point in 2020. It's either you're gonna acknowledge it or you're just gonna say, we don't care. I don't care. I see it, but I'm over here. So now that's why there's a divide because it's like you can't deny it.
Right.
You can't deny it. And if you are denying it, then you're telling me that you don't give a damn about it. That's what you're telling me. That's how
as long as it's like it's one of those things where it's like as long as it's not affecting me. But my thing is, with that same mentality, that was what other people thought until it started affecting them. So it's like, why not get prepared? Why not educate yourself? Why not, Beyonce get information? All of that is necessary.
Yeah, it is.
And a lot of people, that's just like somebody complaining on their job that they hate their job, they want to get a pay raise. And once they get an option to be promoted, it's now there's just too much responsibility. I don't want to do all that. But you complaining about something, you know what I'm saying? When it's like when you can really be the solution. Yeah. And I was telling somebody that today, I was like, once you get rid of that I don't feel like mentality, then you will be able to move in your purpose. Yeah. Because you're never gonna feel like doing anything.
You listen, when it comes to doing these Coture conversations, sometimes I ain't in the mood. But when you let it move like how it is now, when you go ahead and you just say, boom, let's do it. Let me go ahead and do what I'm supposed to be doing. It turns out to be a beautiful thing, and you'll be happy that you've done so. So I hope that you guys watching have got a lot out of this interview. I have. I definitely appreciate it.
Which has been amazing.
Yes, I definitely appreciate the sister for taking the time out to get with me on my platform and very informative interview. I
Thank
like
you.
when things can be people. You guys can learn things, and you can follow her and learn a lot from her. Those of you that want to, go in that line of work, she wears a lot of hats. I'm pretty sure that there's something that get that book.
I do want to help. I'm sorry, I do want to help visionaries give birth to their first self-published book to experience a life-changing impact. Because this book has changed my life, and I'm an independent author. So it's transformative, but it's like this amazing. It's this amazing feeling that I can't really put in words, but it's an internal joy, and I think it's just more so of conquering a goal. Like that's what the wise man asked me. He said, "Why did you say conquer a goal instead of accomplish a goal?" Because I said accomplishes is like, you got it done. Conquering is like I got through the trials and tribulations, because when you really got your heart set on something, that's when adversity kicks in. So regardless of how big or small your goal is, when you can conquer that thing throughout anything that you've gone through that tried to stop you from getting that point, you are victorious. So I want to help those people.
I learned a lot from hearing you, because I have never written a book. I've done a lot of writing. I've written music. I wrote albums for R&B artists.
This is my first book.
Yeah, so you explaining it like that, gives me a better understanding of why things like that are important and why people do it. So
right.
Man, it's
the first thing, the best advice I can give you is to write it, and then you can hire people like me who can come in and edit and proofread and format and all that. But it's necessary to put that vision down on paper, because what you go through is for somebody else.
Word.
You need to show someone else that they can get through it, and what does that look like mentally? How does that behavior? It's just so much. Like we are blessed through other people. So when you can get besides yourself and heal through the process of writing your story, your life will transform.
Yes, so. And it's I tell you what, man, that kind of honesty, that's a form of looking in the mirror that a lot of people are afraid of. That's one of the major issues that we have in the world, because Michael Jackson said it a long time ago. He said, "I'm starting with the man in the mirror." And
I love this song.
Yes, because think about what he's saying. If we all start there, we look in that mirror and we start to make the proper changes to that person in the mirror ourselves, and stop pointing that finger at everybody else, the world would be a better place. Because that's basically what the world is. It's their fault, y'all fault. This it ain't never me. I don't never do nothing wrong. Everybody else messed up.
Exactly. So who is the bad guy?
So that's why the world is like it is. And Mike Ben said it. He said it in the song, and we enjoyed the song, but we didn't really get what that man was saying. So I'm gonna just wrap it up like that. That was a bar. Put that in the song, somebody.
Antuan, in third grade, it is the last in third grade, y'all. I remember this. Our class we was bad. I'm not gonna say I'm a exempt. The class was bad. Miss Henderson literally printed those lyrics out to that song, and we had to learn that song. So for you to even just comment with that song, like I know that song.
Yeah.
from third grade.
That teacher was trying to help. That teacher was like, y'all need.
But she knew what to do. She
knew
knew that change started with them.
Yes.
So thank you for leaving off with that. Thank you. Just change starts with you.
Hey man, Kenya Sheats, man. It was definitely dope.
Thank you.
With your Apex Couture Magazine, y'all already know how the Couture conversations go down, man. Until next time, man, y'all be good out there.
All right, thank you.